Hello, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. Greetings to you all from Reason Together TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, according to your time and wherever you are watching me from. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, please enable to hit the red subscribe button down below and also the bell icon for notification so that whenever I upload a new video, you will always be the first person to be notified. Here is a case of domestic violence. Please stay tuned while we interview the both party, the complainant and the defendant, for peaceful resolution. Until I come your way next time, remain blessed and bye for now. Ciao.
Not live, so please bear with us. We are just going to hear out on the complaint, the response of the defendant, and how we can resolve the case amicably. Thank you once again. Okay, madam, can we hear from you, please?
Okay, like I said, I reported this case
No, speak up. I told you before now, except you want the camera on you.
I said I reported this case because I am no longer comfortable.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Based on the fact that
Hold it, use it.
okay, I reported this case based on the fact that I am no longer comfortable with the marriage.
Okay.
In the first place, this marriage started on the deception ground. I was deceived.
How do
in the first place. When we got to know ourselves, at the time he was in Port Harcourt and they have been in Lagos. When we finally agreed to marry, though when he was coming to me, I was objecting the whole thing. I told him that I'm not ready for this. But at the end, after all said and done, we now finally agreed to marry. He was in Port Harcourt. He now asked me to find out from my father the likely amount that is to be used to offset what is in the list. And which I did. I asked my father. My father gave me an idea of what is in the list. I told him. He said okay, that he was ready. He was prepared in the morning. We now agreed on the date to come back to the village for him to come with his people to clear what is in the list. And then we come back for church marriage. I now said, okay, me, I don't always like to come to the village ever since I lost my mother. So we now agree that if I come to the village today, tomorrow he will come with his people, they will do whatever they are to do, then we go back. So my intention was to spend only 2 days in the village, which I informed my father. He now prepared and informed his kinsmen that his in-laws are all necessary things they needed to buy food, to cook and wait for his people. I now entered from Lagos to the east, hoping that tomorrow they will come and do whatever they want to do. So why I said it was based on deception, that which I'm not comfortable with. That night when I entered Lagos, as against the day they will come, midnight, that was when we used to do midnight call, that there's something he wants to tell me. I said, what is that? He now said that though he's sorry for telling me this at this time, that I'm already back in the village. I said, what is it? Tell me now. Then I was lying in the same room with my sister that came from Aba, all because of the marriage. He now told me that the money he told me he wanted to come and use to do the list something the following day, that the money is no longer available. I said, but why did he, what kind of call is this by this time of the day? Tomorrow is the D-Day. My father, my parents, they are ready. His people, his men, they are all waiting. And then you allowed me to come all the way from Lagos to the east. He was now begging that please, that his people are equally ready. That his people are equally ready. That they don't even know what he's telling me now. That I should just help him. That he knows that I have the money. That I should help him once they come. I will give him the money, we'll use it and do whatever he feel that he can handle. So that when we go back, he will give me back the money. Honestly, I cried. I started crying that night. I said, what kind of thing is this? How come he never told me while I was in Lagos? Then I will not know if I'm ready for this or not. Actually, I came back with some money, and my intention was to give my father that money, which that is the way I used to do whenever I travel home. So I was just crying, and then my sister was asking me, what is going on? I told him, say, this is the call I received. That he said he doesn't have the money. He told me that he wanted to come and used to do whatever, which is the reason I came back. And now everybody is ready. So after all said and done, my sister was like, what kind of thing is this? She too was angry. And at the time, he now said, well, two options here for me. Am I ready to face the shame and tell him not to bother anymore so tomorrow I can go back to Lagos? That if I'm ready to face the shame, let's cancel the marriage. Otherwise, since she knows that I equally have some money, I should call him and give him the money now. Since he said, no, we go back to the town, he will give me back. I looked at the whole thing that truly I'm not ready to face the shame. Imagine somebody who hardly comes back to the village, and now I've come to the village with the hope that we are coming to do marriage tomorrow. And I will be announcing to people that marriage is not holding anymore. And I looked at the whole thing, I called him back, I said, okay, no problem, people can still come. So the following morning he came with his people. Honestly, the money I had was not up to what's supposed to use to clear what is in the list. So he came and collected the money.
How much?
I gave him around about 60,000. 60,000 I gave him. But it was not up to what was on the list. So, but what he now did is, he now had to plead with my father. He was able to do the few things he could do. There was no bride price paid. There was a lot of things. In fact, at the time, the kinsmen, they were angry. But my uncle now stood on his behalf as, what do they call it, witness or something, that he will now come and make up with the things that he's here to do. So that was how they did the few things they could do with the small money I had. So the story now is that when we finally came back to the town, see, I kept asking him, okay, what about this money? Because I intended giving my father that money. That was our story. Entered till today. He has not given me one kobo out of that money. And I kept telling him that I'm not happy. The whole thing is that I now use my money to marry myself. Now, what kind of thing is this? So he kept telling me, dribbling me up to today. Now, I now look at it that, okay, I've entered. We continued the marriage. We came back, we did church marriage, and then continue living.
With your money, the church wedding or
yeah, my money was there. The family, his family also, at least the brother also supported.
Okay.
So we now continued. Why I said the marriage started with deception and continued in deception, and I said I can't continue to deceive myself for life. Now, while we continued the marriage, I discovered that even the little thing he was doing for a living, he now stopped doing whatever he was doing, and I allowed the whole thing to be on my head. Everything.
Is it working?
Huh?
Is it working?
He was doing a business. And
the business was moving.
You know, Nigeria business, it's not as if it was that booming, but at least he now stopped completely. He wasn't going there. He now left everything in the house for me, house rent, even when we gave birth, seeing everything about the child school was on my neck. For us to eat in the home, everything was left for me. And when I complained, we kept fighting over the whole thing every time. I suggested a lot of things to him for him to start doing, since he was no longer going for his business. I suggested a lot of things, and I kept calling the family to come into the matter. The family at the time also got tired of the whole thing. All what I suggested, there was no one who was ready to do. So, and the whole thing was weighing me down. I would be pregnant right from day one of the pregnancy to the end. The 2 children we have now, I delivered through CS, and everything was on my neck right from day one of the conception to coming back from the hospital. I looked at it that how long will I keep going through this? Before most of the time I was always on debt, trying to see how ends could meet in the family, paying rent. Landlord will always be molesting us and all the rest. So, and if you talk to him, we always, in fact, a lot of fights almost every time. That to the extent I threatened my life 3 times. There was a day he had to, because of money issue, most of the time he'd be asking me for money. I said, what will you be doing with this now? To the extent there was a day he had to, that day I had a wrapper on my neck. He had to just hook me with that wrapper on my neck. I was almost suffocating. Another day he gave me a slap on my neck. I said, okay. Then the 3rd day he now went to the kitchen. I think that he was asking me for money. I told him I don't have money. So he went to the kitchen that day, carried our knife to the room, say, hey, see, because you are seeing money, that's why That's why, carry the knife. And what saved me that day was immediately he brought the knife. I saw the way the whole thing was on him. I had to go to where my little baby was lying down on the bed. I was lying with that baby. I could not say anything anymore. Because I know if I had uttered any word, I don't know what would have become of me. So later I went to allow her to report it then. They invited him, he could not come. Told them that he didn't have transport to come or something. So for me at the time I dropped the case. So it now happens a lot of issues, cases every time. I was not having peace. Every time I was always on having blood pressure because of issues in the home. Until at the time I fell sick. I don't know where was it an attack or whatever. For more than 1 year, I could not do my business. I could not work. I could not do any other thing. Yet, upon that, he was still leaving everything for me. To the extent that I went out because I started at a time when going from one hospital to another, there was no remedy. People that were close to me, they were like, this could be a spiritual thing, or I should started taking me to their pastors for prayers. One night I was coming from prayer, I now overheard him making call inside the room with one of his friends, telling his friend, they were just talking to themselves, talking very loud. I was like, he was telling his friend, now wow, guy, so you finally succeeded in getting that girl. Why can't you tell me, also connect me? Wetin una dey use to get these girls wey the thing dey easy for now? Connect me na all these Yoruba girls so that it will be easier for me. And the guy, yes, I had to stand at the door. So the guy was asking what of Atuma. The guy, he now said Atuma that when they finally lost contact and she is still searching for her contact on Facebook.
How did you get all this conversation?
I said I was at the door. And this Atuma, I know this Atuma very well. That was why the thing paid me very well. I know Atuma because the business I do is a business of people. He has actually brought this Atuma to me that I should teach Atuma the business. And
a lady?
Yes, a lady. He told me that the girl is from his village. So I took the girl to be the sister, I was free with the girl. Then I never knew that there was something. So that was the day the guy now asked me. So I said, let me not hear further things because then I was still very strong. I said, let me not hear further things. I had to walk into the house. I started clapping for him. He said, what is that? I said, now, wow, this is what you have been doing. So Atuma is actually your girlfriend. This is what I was asking. So Atuma is your girlfriend and you never told me all this while. You kept deceiving me that she's your sister and that I'd be fooling myself, treating her as a sister. So he now got angry, fled up. I started again, every time, trouble. He doesn't even know what he's doing with somebody like me in life. If not that, if his people were able to help him, like they promised for him to travel out of this country, what would he ever do with somebody like me in life? In fact, if not for these children, so he would have carried his shirts and leave me. That he doesn't have anything doing with me. And so this marriage only lasted for 4 years. But within these 4 years, I've had an encounter with him with more than 6 different ladies that I know.
Which year did you guys marry?
2015. So the marriage only lasted for 4 years. But these 4 years, I said I had it because he was into numerous women here and there. You are not ready to help the family. You are not ready to do anything to support me in carrying the responsibilities of the family. When you are busy hunting after women here and there, I said the ones I know, I had encounters with. There were more than 6 that I know their names. To the extent that even the business I'm doing, at the time I said, okay, since you have a car you are using,
use that mic properly.
You can be using your car to be taking me around, so that we can be doing the business together. When we now moved, the one that shocked me was we now went to a place to see one of my persons, the business, somebody I want to bring into the business. He took me there, he drove me to the place. After I've talked to the woman was excited about the business. She promised to come on board. I was surprised. I was no longer hearing from the woman. I spoke to the woman something in around February. For like 5 months into the night, then I was pregnant. Around May, when I now put to bed, I was wondering why is it that this woman did not come and join the business as she promised? Not knowing that he has gone through the back to started talking to the woman, because after I've gone to do my own business with prospecting. He will now go through the bar to start toasting the woman. It was at last I got to know that something was now fishing between him and the woman that made the woman not to join my business. A lot of issues.
How did you get to know about that?
Because he's so smart that his phone, he doesn't keep his phone on the, he can't freely keep his phone.
So how did you know that they're having something?
So that fateful day, when I delivered, that woman came to visit me. So when she came, I was seeing her that she was no longer free with me. And while we were inside the room, him now went outside. I was already sensitive to a lot of things happening. I discovered that he was not comfortable sitting with us in the room. He now went outside. I could not really understand what was going on. So later, when the lady now was through, now she went out, not knowing that he now went to see the lady off. I didn't really suspect much. So, but it now happened that, I think a few days later, it happened that he forgot his phone on the bed because I've already started suspecting a lot of things. I've had an encounter with different women, and so I know that is his game. That fateful day, he kept his phone on the table, he forgot it and entered toilet. I carried the phone because I saw his movement. Whenever movement is like that, I know that something is going on. Immediately, I carried the phone. Luckily, he did not delete the number that he spoke with because he's always deleting the numbers. Once he finished talking with whoever, he will delete the number. But he has not deleted that number. Immediately, I saw the number, I dialed it on my phone. It was that woman's number. I was like, what is this woman's number doing in his phone? When he quickly came out, he carried the phone from me. I said, what is this person's number doing on your phone? He was angry with me. Say,
is he not the one that introduced the woman to you?
No, I introduced the woman. He accompanied me. The woman is like a prospect, my business prospect.
Yeah.
He never knew the woman. And now, because he can drive, and I asked him to drive me to go and see the woman. He never knew the woman from anywhere. So after we have gone to meet the woman, not knowing that he now later went on his own to the back to get the woman's number, and ever since then, they now started talking.
The woman is not married.
The woman is a widow. She lost the husband. Okay. So when I now confronted her, I said, what is this woman's phone doing on your number, doing on your phone? He wanted to deny it. I said, tell me the truth. Then I just did CS few days. So the wound was still fresh. I said, me, I don't mind. Let anything that want to happen, let it happen. Now tell me the truth. What am I seeing here? So when he saw the way the whole thing was on, I said, if he's dead, now only want somebody to die. So when he saw the way the whole thing was on my, he now open up that yes, that she has been toasting the woman. That day they agreed to meet in one hotel or something. So that was just it. I said, you are not ready to help me in this family. You have not been doing anything. Now even the business, I'm building the business, you'll be going through the back to scatter. This is somebody I've gone to do a business with me, and she's no longer coming, not knowing that you are going to spoil the whole thing just because of your selfish interest.
Move the next one. So thank you.
Because of your selfish interest. So when I look at the whole thing, I say, what am I wasting my life with somebody who is not ready, doesn't even care about me? I remember my last incident when I gave birth.
Has there ever been seen before?
Yes, now that time I was pregnant, I told him that I had to. Because of this issue of money every time, it is asking me for money, I said I don't have. Before you know it, it will trigger to something else.
Okay, what led to this very complaint that you
now? What led to this is that I've actually left him, but every day he's not giving me peace of mind. Every day he's calling me.
How long have you left?
2 years now. 2 years, yes. He kept disturbing me, kept threatening me on phone. The first time, during that time I left, he kept calling me that I left him, I did this, that he's going to fight me with the last blood of his life. He's going to deal with me. Today I remember what I went through. That time I said I was sick for more than 1 year. I could not stand. Today I remember what I went through. That one I saw was a small one. And the one that is going to happen to him and to my enemy and not me again. I'm going to cry again. I'm going to cry the worst cry. He's going to deal with me. So I said, this threat, why must you be threatening somebody?
You record the
I told them I'm recording these things they are saying. I recorded some of them. It's not all. I recorded some of them.
So, okay, before you leave the marriage, was there any discussion between you and him that you cannot cope again? One, due to the domestic violence and inability of him supporting in the marriage. Did you have any round table or discussion between you and him before you left? Or
I
you
kept
just,
telling him,
or
I
you
kept
just
telling him that,
left like
I
that?
kept telling him that this thing you are doing, that any day my spirit leaves this home, that will be the end of it. In fact, I've left him like severally before this final one. We were always fighting and separating and reconciling. Before this one that I left finally now, there was a time I left him for 6 months. I left him.
And where were you staying?
I went to another place to rent a place. I had to tell him I cannot continue. Let me just have my peace. Because of my health, I was so weak, I was so down. I told him I cannot continue to bear all of this again. I had to now move to I told him I'm going to my sister's place.
And the kids with you or with you?
I'm always with the kids.
You are still with the kids now?
Yes.
Okay.
So why I have to even bring them today, that because he's now using the kids to threaten me every time. I must come for my kid on a good day. My children. I say, why is it that you're always particular about these children? You don't even care about my own life. It's the children every time. Threatening me about the children.
How old are the kids?
4 years and 6 years. 4 years, yeah, 2 years. 4 years. So, and not quite long, I now, one day in my business center, then where I'm doing business, he now came. I was surprised to see him where I'm doing business. How he managed to get to know where I stay. I don't know. And he knows that day was my training day. I just saw him walk into the place. He was asking people, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? He was so embarrassed. I asked him, inside I was afraid. I said, whether he has come to carry out what he has been saying in his mind that he's going to do to me. So I now had to send somebody to tell him to go inside. I said, what is it? Why are you now? Why can't I have peace? Why can't I move on with my life? You are not ready for me. You don't like me for anything. You know, and you wouldn't want me to now have my peace. So that is why I now said, please, I have to come here so that let him know that please, he should just leave me alone. He should move on with his life. He should go, because he kept telling me that he never loved me. He has somebody he actually loved, but that his family did not support him marry that person. And it's obvious. You have been saying it and you be acting it. So allow me to have my peace. Let me be. So that's why I've come to beg you people. You should help me. Even we've been talking outside, and that is the only thing I'm begging you. The children are still answering your family's name. They're still answering your name. So you don't even ask us how the children are feeling or anything about them. It's just threatening, disturbing. The other day he was saying, is it only me that children will be calling mommy? Nobody will be calling him daddy and all the rest. So please, I need to have my peace. No?
Did the children did they do visiting?
No, they are still kids. They are still children. It was early this year when the two families met. The two families had to meet to see if there's anything that can, how if we can settle it. So that day I brought the children for him to see the children. So I kept telling him whenever the school, that's on a good day I also make out time for you to see the children. But you should not die every day. Keep disturbing me, troubling me.
Okay, let's hear out from him first before you know what to respond to. You can give him the mic. Good afternoon, sir. Okay, let's hear you out.
It's all right.
Thank you.
I don't even know where to start from, but I have to start from somewhere.
Sir?
As I don't even know where to start from, I have to start from somewhere.
Yeah.
Based on what she said, I have one or two questions to ask her. Ebere, when you came to Port Harcourt before we went to your village, the first time you visited me in Port Harcourt, what happened? He said that I deceived you. I asked you to come to Port Harcourt, which you came. At the end of the day, boyfriend and girlfriend along the line, she took it. Then, before you know what, when days come, things start developing.
You make use of the mic. Sorry.
When things start developing, then it's okay. We cannot wait so that let us cover our shame. Let us squeeze our body and know what you can do. But at the end of the day, what happened did not work out. I called her before she left Lagos State. So I said, see how it is going. What I'm planning is not working out because I used to order a laptop from Lagos State here. They will bring it, and I will say, I'm there for Let no work out there. You see how it's going. Let us shift. He said no. She cannot able to face the shame. That's okay. What do you do? What do you do? It's okay. If you can able to raise the money, can I able to give her a child?
You are lying. I can't stand here and face and accept this.
Madam, don't do that thing. All what you are saying, that he kept you quiet enough doesn't mean everything you say you are saying the truth. However, you must be patient to listen to him.
So what can you do? Can you able to help so that at the end of the day, I will give the money back? We agree and fix the date. Which she came, I informed my people. We went to their place. After doing every small things, they promised that we are going to balance the remaining things, which is normal, because everything about marriage is not finished at the time. You can do the little one. After time goes on, when you have the money, you go back and finish it. So after the marriage, we came to Lagos and do the wedding. Go to two family gathered together, plan and do wedding. Then the marriage began. There's one or two things as you have seen it to ask her. We can even prove we can prove it now. He said that I call Atoma. Atoma is my classmate in secondary school. That what he calls surname. That surname that a boy called Atoma. They are in the same compound. That's the person I was asking my friend. The guy was asking me, I told him I have lost contact with Atoma. Before God and man, the person she's talking about is never been a lady or a woman. It's so my friend.
Woman called Atoma.
No, there's Atoma, but the answer is the surname. Because you know the one that I introduced her in Lagos State. Yeah. Okay. The one she knows is the one that plays in Lagos State I introduced her. But the answer is the surname. But that my friend is called because they are the same place. The answer is the surname. I was trying to explain everything to her. She did not accept. But based on what he said about the other woman, yes, I did, but I see I pay for that. I'm sorry for what I did. Because one thing is like that, when you know that you face somebody, you beg and the person has to forgive. I know the major problem.
If the act, if it's not unrepentant act, as in you do one thing, you beg, the same thing you do again, you beg. That is not how to.
Yes, my baby. She know that it's not. I didn't even repeat that again, except that woman. What all these things she said that I have to is where I did my program when I did a diploma in Lagos State. Yeah. So some of my my classmates, I have their contact. Whenever we call, she feel that maybe she's my girlfriend, whatever. So I will go to that one for open. Based on the business aspect, he said that we are not, I'm not root head. That's the car I'm using. She suggested me that I should do, and she let us put it together and look for Uber or the secretary. I said no. When we have a car, let us look for one and fix this one. It's not the best thing to start driving for somebody. When I have something I can able to fix together and make use of it. If you have 1 naira, at the end of it, you know that 1 naira is meant for you. So that's what happened.
So did you pay her dowry?
I have not, but this issue I have never started. You have never asked me. You have never had any problem because of this. Even for 1 day, she never asked me.
You have somebody's child in your house.
Yes, based on what she's saying. Based on what she said, because she said that she had been asking me before God, man, this had never been issue between me and her. Or I had never maybe for me that I said that wait, when we travel to December, I will go and do everything. This was she capitalized.
That very year, December.
I think after a year or 2 years. After a year or 2 years. So this one she capitalized on that. It never be a problem for us. He never even raised the matter one day. Yes. Let me see, maybe that's the way you want to frame the whole issue.
But have you returned the money she borrowed you for the traditional rites you went to do?
No, I have not.
Why?
When she started reasoning matter was the first time we have issue. When we are living at
But all those things, I don't know the tradition or where you come from anyway.
yes.
You cannot collect money from a woman to pay her dowry. You see the way she walked out of the marriage now. She wouldn't have walked out of the marriage like that. The way she has been going now, she don't want again. She pack out. After 6 months, she'll come again. Another time again, she'll go. After some time, she'll come again. Now she leave. Maybe if eventually both of you agreed again, she'll come again. If you pay her dowry, of course, she cannot be moving like that. She will follow due process. If you don't want the marriage, the both family have to meet and she have to return the dowry and do the necessary things. Because you also did not do the right thing.
Excuse me, man. Actually, the major proof that the money has never been the problem. Let me tell you the truth. It never be the problem.
Okay, what is the problem?
The problem that sometimes she stood nagging and she don't forgive somebody. Let me start from example. When we are that we are living at Owode, she was having health challenge. They used to go from one church to another. The one day she told me that her sister rented a house at Agric. Yes, that she wanted to relocate and go and take care of herself. That can able to cover herself. I said, okay, there's no problem. As far as she alive with the men, there's no problem. She picked some things and left with the sister and my 2 kids. We do communicate from time to time. Without being know that she's the one that rented the house. This was happening around June or July, August. During December 25th, she fell sick, that nobody around. She called me. I should come and she's not feeling. I wish I went. When I went there, she was not feeling okay. So the hospital we normally use at a K2. On our way to the hospital, there's a lot of traffic. I said no. If you stop there with more, and nothing may happen. We had that to agree. There's one hospital they call Oak. Then we went there, they admitted her. In that night, after some hours, she recovered herself. They started crying. I said, what happened? She started crying. I said, what's the problem? Tell me what's the problem. He told me. He said that she's very sorry for everything that happened. She's very sorry that everything that happened. That one that she's the one that rented the house. That she don't want to tell you. No, all this. I was shocked.
She was not feeling fine.
Yes, she was shocked.
And she rented an apartment.
Yes, the first time they left, she did not even tell me. She did not even inform me that they are leaving. She just pack something and leave.
Yeah, why?
So she started. I said, what's the problem? She told me everything that the one that rented the house and I should forgive her. Blah 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 blah. It's okay. Mine is so free. Let's move on. The last one that happened that 2 years.
And you packed to go and meet him in the new rented apartment.
Yes, all of us we agreed. We live together. Then this one expired. That place was 3-bedroom flat. They paid 300,000 naira there. Then when the house expired, the landlord said that they have agreed with the landlord. The landlord they cannot, as soon as the money expires, you have to pay the money within. But we said no. Even the money, the man said we have to let you know they have to give us time. Either if you cannot able to afford the money, we can look for another house and have place. The man keep so I said I don't have money, I have to go down and let me know what I can do to raise money. Then I will use my car as Uber. They blocked my line, which I went to Ireland that day. That was great. She even the one that give me money for fuel. When I left, around I think 4 o'clock, she gave me a call. When I answered her, he was asking me, she told me that she's very sorry, that it's no longer I told her, I packed everything, I left the house. I said, what happened? He had said, John, got the call. When I came back, I discovered that I had packed everything in the house. I did not have any problem with her before she left. I don't have any issue with her before she leave. Both the first one and the second one. Then after that, I have to, after some months, I have to let my people, I have to inform my people that which we already have the family meeting. My brother came from where she did, from Abuja, to Lagos State here. The both family will have meeting.
Calm down. He's talking one. Okay, calm down.
The way we did the meeting, it's okay. After the end of meeting, you cannot able to achieve anything. It's okay. You should give her time. Let her think. So in that time, when I call her, what of my children, she find it so difficult. So that 2 years, it's only once I set my eye on these children. Whenever I call them, Daddy, where are you? Daddy, where are you? My mom told me that you travel to UK. The first I saw them, that was what my first daughter told me, that her mommy told her that I traveled to UK. I said, don't worry.
Have you been supporting your family?
Huh?
Have you been supporting?
I have sent money once, but the reason why I'm not sending money. Asha, I told her to send her account number for me. Even my elder brother, I can give you my children brother number. I know how many times I told her to send her account number. You say over her dead body.
When they were living with you,
Yes.
were you like taking your responsibility as the man of the house?
I do, because I use my car to as a transport.
In which way? Is it the school fees of the kids you are paying, or the house rent, or you are giving her feeding allowance monthly?
Okay.
Which one in particular?
That's a place we open. That one business we raise together. We started the business together, but she's the one that managed, because I trust her with all my heart. Because that's the place where I used to feed the normal, the small money I used to make, because I use that car as a car. It is not that I leave everything for her. It's lies. It's life. She says that it's lie.
That is the question I asked her. So the business both of you opened together.
Yes.
And she was the one. She was the one managing.
Yes.
So for that reason, you left the house rent to her. You left the children's.
The house rent from that place.
You left the feeding to her.
No, the house rent from that place we used to pay house rent. But the one that I know even know about it is the agric, because she told me that her sister, the Oga, is one that rented the place for her.
No, the one you guys were living together before she left, when she was sick. Were you the one paying the rent?
We are the one that, I said, from the business we make, from the place we pay. Even the receipt, see with me. I can see the receipt.
Okay, you had, because we don't want to keep dragging this again and again. You said you've left there since 2 years. You've left there since 2 years.
The next one will make it 2 years. Next September 25th.
Okay, has he been seeing his kids?
This is second time in that 2 years. This is second time I'm seeing them.
Give her the mic. Give her the mic. What did he say?
What he say? They are lies.
We are not stupid here. The question I'm asking, has he been seeing his kids?
It's only twice now.
Why would you deny him access to his kids? If you don't want the marriage, that doesn't mean you don't have right over his kids. You need to be seeing his children. You choose to leave the marriage. He never sent you out of the marriage. You feel he is not supporting and he is not taking his responsibility and is cheating on you, on the marriage. So you work hard because you gave him the money to pay your dowry. And it's the essence why you behave that way. And you still want to want to move on with your life. But that doesn't mean you have no right over his children. The kids belong to both of you. So the issue of coming to threaten and not that, we can equally let him understand. You don't have no reason or right to be threatening your life.
I don't think I did.
If only you will call a spade, and you also have a proper arrangement how he will be seeing his kids.
That's why I'm here now.
Because for 2 years, for somebody to set eyes on his children after 2 years and both of you are living in Lagos, it's improper. Same way the kids need you, they equally need him as their father. And why did you decline sending, his proposal of sending money to you for the kids' upkeep?
That's why I said, man, he's all what he's saying here. He's just lying. But I'm happy he's now bringing up lies to back himself up. Like he said, he told first. Can I respond to some of the things I said he lied?
Summarize. Also, have other people to
Yes, ma'am. I have a video now to prove to him that what he said that he told me before coming back to village that I should use, whether I should use my money for us, is a lie. I have a video now that I can play. You understand that it was when I got back home in the village in the midnight that he now called me, which I was angry with him. So that one, you know,
You
that
have
he
the
lied.
video.
Yes, ma'am, I have the recorded video now that I can show.
Since 6 years ago, you keep reading the video.
No. There was a night I called him. I asked him, why on quiet you have to? This one that I left him. I called him.
The video is how many years video?
It's not a few months ago. I called him, and when we were talking, I recorded it.
That is voice.
Yes, voice note. I said,
Okay.
why would you deceive me? And I came back home. It was late that night that you had to call me. Why didn't you tell me while I was in Lagos? Even if I got pregnant, I don't mind now. If you are not ready, I know that you are not ready. If I'm the one saying I want to use my money to marry myself, I will know. But it was never under any agreement.
Okay, did you leave because of the fact that you gave him money to
No, it's
pay
not.
the dowry, or you leave because it's not supporting?
Number one, it's not even the dowry issue now because maybe I'm the one that made that mistake. I accepted that mistake. Now he's not ready for the marriage. If this one that he said he's doing over is a lie. This car he's talking about, his brother gave it to him to be using for himself. Ever since we now got married, he stopped using the car to do anything. He was not doing anything. If you tell him to use the car for car, ask his family members, they are aware. They can testify to what I'm saying now.
So it's not working.
It's not working. He will tell you, why if you use the car now, you can go and get accident, or what would I say? And I'll say, okay, since you don't want to do Uber, can I now help you to get a job? There was a job then I had an access to. I told him, can you let me connect you to these people so they can employ you? At least at the end of the month you have something. He said, so every morning he will now be stressing himself, leaving the house in the morning, because all in the name of doing this. At the time, the business I'm doing that he said he will open together, I will tell you the genesis of the business. He will now tell me his input. This is what I've been doing even before I knew it. I married him. Now saying his business is open for me.
Sorry.
At the time when the business I'm doing, when I started, the money I'm making from my business, I told him, let me open a barbing salon for you. You know, since you are not doing anything, every day you start, don't let me go out. Even when I'm pregnant, I will come back and still meet you. If I did not bring anything in the house, they cannot eat. I said, how long will I keep doing this? If the next thing you tell me, will you go and steal? I said, okay, let me use this money and open a barbing salon for you. He said, how can he be now be doing barbing salon? People will say,
Okay.
barbing
I
salon.
want to ask you, what was this man doing when you met him?
He was selling laptop. That is the business he was doing.
And what stopped him selling the laptop after you married?
That is the problem. Immediately we got married because I had a small job I was doing with this business I'm doing, networking. So he now withdrew. He stopped going to for his business.
When you were dating,
That is
was
what
he
was
giving
doing.
you money?
He was not giving me.
And you should know by that time that the man will not give him.
That is it. I accept. I
Every
am not blaming myself now.
You are dating somebody that cannot
Yes.
give you whatever. You should be able to know what you see in marriage.
That is true. I've learned that lesson. He was not giving me, and ever since we married, he has never paid house rent. This one is saying, is that networking business I'm doing? Even when we met, he was telling me, how can I be doing this kind of network? How can I be going to people to bed? He was totally against it. But when he saw that the thing was helping me, he now calmed down. He was never supportive in any form. Now, he said he was not into women, that he's only one woman. Let me even mention only 3. Since he's denying everything, can I remind him of just 3 incidents? So all these things is what I
Who was
looked at.
giving him money to take the girls, the women out?
At the time when we started now, I thought I married somebody who is ready for the marriage. I trusted him. Yes, he has access to my money. He was keeping my ATM. The 2 bank I was using, I allowed him, he keeps my ATM. If there's no money in the house, I'll tell him, okay, I have such an amount in this bank. He will go and bring maybe 20,000 or 40,000. He will be the one keeping the money, will be spending until that money finishes. If I'm lying, say it. So at the time when I discovered that we are not going the same direction, I now stopped him from doing that. Do you even know? For you to know that he has ulterior motive, all these things are what made me to leave him. That time I fell sick for more than 1 year. What he did, I was surprised to see that that was the time I got a car. The business I'm doing, God gave me a car. They gave me a car in business. I bought a car. It was even when I left him, I bought that car. So when he now came, he thought I would have died because the thing was so severe. Not knowing at that time that he didn't put 1 naira. All this while they are carrying me up and down. His son was anything now. Fine. When now they were carrying me up and I never knew that he has gone to where I kept my documents, including my car documents, inside my box. I never knew how he managed to go there to carry those documents. You know, and now it was one day when I started recovering. I last saw him one day, brought out his file. I saw my passport inside his file. I was asking him, what is this passport doing in your file? And I said,
You are his wife.
Before, you know, because of the way the whole things are going, and I saw that this man is not ready for this marriage. That was why I started being careful. If not before, he had access to everything. But ever since, he's into numerous women, and his girls I gave for him. I know that anything can happen any day. They will just throw me out or whatever. He will not go for the love of his life. So, so coming here to start lying, I don't think it's going to help us. My own is that I've also defaulted in not allowing him have access to the children as and when due. Yeah. That is my fault, and I'm sorry about that. That's why I've come here. Let's define everything peacefully. Let me know how and when. But you shouldn't be coming to my office or to look for me in the house. If he's here, I'll be bringing the children. Let me know. And then on how that is, when should I be doing that?
The kids are how many years?
4 years and 6 years. And yeah, yes. So I'm ready to be doing that. It's not a problem. But let me be.
Are you also living around the corridor?
No. Around the sorry.
Harrased. Okay. Sir? Eh? You said? Tell John to pick up that phone. Go ahead.
So, even the last baby, the 2 kids I have is 2 years. He didn't even care about what the pain I went through. This last baby, I know what I went through delivering her. The day I gave birth, 2 years, I was still be the one looking for money to discharge myself. The day they were to discharge me, 3 days, immediately he brought me home. He disappeared. You know, I didn't have anybody to help me with that pain. I didn't know how I couldn't walk well. He left me that money that he brought me home, and now left the house. Till later in the evening, he did not come back. It was when he later came back, I was now asking him, which mercy you later confessed to this, that you went to a hotel with a girl, and the girl later called you. Hold on now. You later called this girl in my presence when you now saw how angry I was, and I was reminding you all the pains I've been going through ever since I knew you. You really felt it. In my presence, you called the girl.
I know that you have a very good sleep and had to make a statement.
Which statement? If I'm lying here, you now call the girl. You call the girl in my presence.
Wait, let me go for one. You said I'm the one that took his car document. Can you remember the day they discharged you from hospital? You bring her car document and tell me they have reconciled everything.
I gave it to you, my car.
Oh my God! You bring it from the wardrobe. I give it. I should keep it inside my file. Even the one day.
That's all right, sir.
No, let me.
Okay, it's okay.
Hold
on,
now.
Calm down. Are you calm down? It's okay. Let's not finish talking. So later he now called the girl. In my presence, he was now telling, because he was always apologizing. That's why I said I don't always forgive. How many times? That's how he was always doing and asking for forgiveness. So that fateful day he was telling the girl that for now, I am done with you. I want to face my family. That's in my presence, he was just doing it to please me. Then the girl later sent a text to him. And the text was, which she made me to see, is now you know that you have a wife. After you have done this with me, done that with me, done this, then what about the phone you promised me? Two of us. And one of the girls has also sent me a long text warning me, threatening me that I think I will have peace in that marriage. After this, what this man has done to her, after how many kids, everything I will be saying here, threatening me on that phone. A lot of threats I'm having from people. What about the one Esther threatening me? You also said, even this my first daughter, he gave the name after the girlfriend, Esther.
Does he have a child outside this?
I don't even know. I will not even, I can't even, if he has, I will not be surprised.
But I do have other children.
Aksha.
I will not be surprised.
No. If I have you, she will know. To that, listen, wait on, ma. To the extent she tell me that after all she's not losing, I'm the one that she only give birth to girls. Then I'm saying it doesn't matter. I have begged this woman to let us come.
Do you have other children outside?
I don't have.
That's all right.
I don't
No,
have.
understand.
Even Esther.
You even use it to mock at me that I don't have a
See how I beat it. No, see what I said.
That's what I
When
say.
the lad is telling not this one that I left
Listen,
now. When
forget.
he's calling
I
and calling,
don't
I
even
said,
know where to
okay,
start.
what's wrong?
Baby,
How
there's
what
no
the
problem.
statements I made?
You told me that I come together. What?
Not only
Not
that,
a problem.
please.
You don't forgive and don't forget. Something that happened so many years, you can reverse it. Like the kind of life I live, this what happened in the last 1 week, I'll forget it. I can blow what when
You're
I'm
always doing and forgetting and forgetting.
That's their way. There's no
But I'm the
problem.
one on the receiving side.
There's no problem.
What I said about the girls is
You are good in
why are
that.
you troubling
You are
me now?
good in keep bringing it. No
Luckily,
problem.
I did not have a boy.
Oh,
You
you
will
say
still go for a girl that
Pastor
will, a woman that will give you a boy tomorrow.
There's no problem.
Pick one of those your numerous girlfriends and move on with them.
Let's leave the girlfriend, madam.
It's not
Let's
everything I
hold
will say
that
here.
mic.
You have said that there are
Because
things
you've
as
left
a man I
this
will
in 2
keep in
years.
myself.
Excuse me, sir. You've left there, right? You've moved on with your life. All these things shouldn't come in again. Except you want to go back. Then we'll not advise him next on phase 2 or 3 of the marriage. But if you move on, you don't want to go back, and you are very sure you don't want to go back, then you talk about the kids and talk about the harassment you are saying. Definitely both of you will be seen because what is it called? People have kids together. Except you have somebody that will be bringing the children to him whenever he needs to see his kids. Then you don't have physical conversation or physical contact with him. As far as these kids are concerned, they can still call on you until the kids they become of age. That they will have their own phone in which you will have their contact and you communicate with them. Then outside that, he will still call you to check on his kids. Outside that, he will still want to see the kids. But you know, they are your kids. Even Lagos law is mandatory. You take care of it's your responsibility as a father of the kids to take care of them. So I don't know. This one you keep saying she denied giving or she refused giving you what account number. I think we can provide you account number from here.
Sorry.
You are feeling only for AC and one time you not on it again.
When I was disturbing her about, yes, I can remember, last December, I called
We're
her.
talking about December. Why not
No, I know why.
No, I just want to ask you a
please.
question. Are you willing to be supporting the kids?
It's my children.
Okay, how would that be? How much will you be supporting them every month?
Ma, I can't say this to this amount because my business don't have the maybe fixed price every month.
Yeah, but at least in a month as a man, you are a grown-up man, sir,
Yes.
and you are doing whether business or you are working. You should be able to know, come what may at all, I cannot give less than this. And if you have more than that, you can still give. They are your kids, they are not mine.
Okay. I'll get back to her. It's not what I will do here. I
No,
will
let's
get
say
back.
it to.
Okay, anything you receive, I will send the money to you.
No, why not let
Listen
them
to
and
me.
hear what
I know myself. Whatever I send
Do you hear that she said you should not be coming to her house?
I don't call her. I don't go to her house.
No.
It's only once.
You said you
Before
go
she pick
to
my
her
calls, she
office,
finds so
you go to
difficult.
her house, and you embarrass her and all that.
Man, not her house. When I went for her office, but when I went there before we got a man, I went there for peace because I have tried by all means to make things work.
But she said she don't want again.
Yeah, almost 2 years. I've been begging her to make sure You know what it means to have a breaking home? Is it a good thing?
But it's not over 2 years. If she
My
don't want
children,
for her
what do you
to
think about
for
the
2
children
years for
tomorrow?
her to leave, for her to leave after since 2 years, and she
Give back
has,
now,
she has
give me
not
these children.
considered coming back. The children is not the problem. You can have access to your kids.
Ma, it's a problem. Let me tell you one thing. What matter is life. Where did he come from? Who is his father? Who is his mother? They separated. I don't know.
You should have thought of that all this while when she was with you.
I have told her when this should happen. Because before she left, he's not even informed me.
How will she inform you? Come, you did not pay her dowry with your money. Meaning, according to her, you did not marry her. You were not supporting her financially. You are not taking care of her. You are not taking care of the kids. You are not supporting her. You are not even faithful in the marriage. What is that again that you expect her to what should we convince her?
Ma, this one
what is that thing that if she's your sister, what is in that marriage that you encourage her to?
Ma, I was supporting her. What is this?
How?
How? We run business together.
Listen, if you don't, what kind of business? How much did you invest in? How much did you invest in?
Okay, we took loan from microfinance.
What did you give to the microfinance as your collateral?
I used my card. The card document. Yeah, the card document.
And they kept it in the microfinance?
Yes.
For how long?
If you see the level
how
I went
much
to
did you
because
collect?
of that.
What business am I into in the first place?
Wait. If you see the level I went for that, Ebere, it's not, man, I'm sorry, it's not everything that man can cover herself because some people may be more better than them, but they are pretending. That's the way of life. But I know how deep and how far we went before this much. You have made more, there's no problem. I wish you the best in life. Don't I mean, she even blocked my account. My own account will be open in that.
Don't hit the table.
Okay. She even blocked my account in long reach. There's no problem. God will make a way that no ways.
This thing is
there's no problem.
Let me correct it. This is a business I've been doing before I know you.
Yeah, but is this a company?
Eh?
Is this a company?
Is this same company?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Hello. The first time we came to Kobe, I met a man. Yeah, what
okay, ma, if it's a business we are doing together, since I left you, still continue doing it because it's networking. You can run it from anywhere.
Because you blocked my account.
Which can leave this one. Now, what is saying that
you block his account?
I did not block his
account.
Not.
If you know how do you mean by if you blocked your
account? You know
what
I'm talking about.
The account is still
you
there.
Explain it. You said
yes,
you know what
you
don't use it.
Excuse me.
Ma, what is called accounts? When you open account with the company, that's some certain level you reach at least receiving small money. But when we started having the issue, she blocked it. I noticed that she's the one that did it, but I just opened it.
How much is in the account?
The thing doesn't have fixed price. It can be 1,000 today, it can be 2,000 today, it can be 5,000 today. That's
so you don't even know how much you have in the account.
That account is not individual. They do it as a group. Whatever that any activity that happen in their leg, they will pay you. It's not that kind of account they are thinking of. That's
if you block his account, go and open the account.
She's the one. Okay, ask our
but do you introduce him to the networking business?
Now, he's my business.
No,
yes, I registered him.
You registered him?
Yes.
Who must have blocked him?
He's there. He's not blocked. Why he's not receiving money anymore?
Yeah.
Because it's the money he was receiving he was using to go about it. He's no longer. Have you ever brought anybody there? He's not bringing people now. It's a business of people. The more you bring people, the more you earn. So ask him how long has he even been bringing people? Has he ever brought anybody? You are not bringing people and you're expecting any. It's why he's not earning money is now because I'm no longer bringing people on that account.
What I discovered.
You understand it?
They want the whole.
I'm no longer putting people on that account.
They want the whole world to see our Nash.
I have to focus on my children.
But there's no problem.
Hold on.
They want the whole world to see our Nash.
That issue
Remember that? No, that is. Remember that some things.
If you build
about
it now, your money will start coming.
I didn't open up. I mean, man, not everything I open up.
Which kind you open up? What
know what I'm talking about. Before we know your level. Forget about that. It's not everything so people do. We are all human beings.
If you want to steal them from that account, begin to build it now. Your money will drop. He's not ready to do anything.
You are good in statement.
Ebere, why can't you give him the second chance?
Man,
this is
my brothers.
Excuse me, Oga. If you are big enough, you're supposed to hold your family. Don't disturb me. You will not let me talk. And what do you want?
I'm sorry.
I'm not even.
Can you give him?
I'm not happy that I'm staying like this now. But the truth that this thing you are saying, for these 4 years, it has happened like how many times? Families have come into it. Even at a time, his family became fed up because he was not ready to do anything. Forget this thing that I say, he has started hustling now because I've left. He's hungry now, that he will hustle to get it. He's not ready. Okay, now this thing you said now, since I left him, he now went back to his sister's house. He now relocated to his sister's house. He went to my pastor, kept telling pastor that he want me to come back. Pastor now said that you should leave me alone. Go and work on yourself first, develop yourself. Get yourself, even if it's one room. So that if you are calling them back, you now know that this is when you are calling them back. Am I going to follow you to your sister's house or what? He's not ready to do anything. He's looking for who he be pushing, doing everything. So he's not ready. And I wouldn't want us to come and start having issues tomorrow again.
So she's living with his sister now.
He went to his sister's house. His sister has his house. That's the place he went to.
That's where he's living now, or he went there. He
That's
went
where
there, or
he's
he's
living now.
living there.
That's where he's living
What
now.
kind of
when I packed from that house, he could not pay, he could not maintain the house. He has to relocate to his sister's house.
Must see what happened. I'm still alive. We cannot put up in my marriage. When we have the issue, the house it was living before we have Chipaka was three bedroom
we
flat.
don't need to do any of that because we have other things to attend to. Oga. I will always advise everybody. I will always advise couples, husband and wife. You will not know the value of what you have until you lose that thing. Value your wife, value your husband. Because if somebody show you love, to exercise patience with you, and you misuse that opportunity or that love, once that feelings die, if there's anything at all that brings both of you back, you are not going to live in love anymore. You're only going to live like friends, normal friends. So if you find love anywhere, mostly as in your marriage, hold that love with all jealousy, use every facility, every strength within you to hold that love, guide that opportunity jealously. Because you can't find it anywhere. It's not something that you can easily, it's not something you can easily get. Be you the man or the woman. If your husband is caring for you, respecting you, loving you, showing every sign of concern towards you, the man is not foolish. And your attitude towards the person will encourage the person to do more and give more of his or her heart towards you. But if you don't value it, you feel this person, what is his or her hope in the nearest future? If you are doubting the future of that person, or you feel that is the end, your environment, your life, your relationship with the person is the last result of that person, you will be surprised. You will be disappointed at the long run that this person may leave you one day. So my peaceful advice to couples, when you have a good husband, you have a good wife, no, everybody cannot be good. Let me pick this up. That's the person I'm on. You must try your possible best to maintain and to protect that relationship. Giving ATM or giving card or both of you doing things together and not that. I don't see there is nothing. Cheating in relationship is as dirty as exploration for those that knows what cheating is all about. Once there is no love any man or any woman have for you, and that person discovered you are cheating on him or her, no matter even if that person is under a spell, that thing will drop. The man or the woman will be careful about you. You'll be skeptical about you. because he is no longer safe in your hands. Cheating, you are more or less losing interest in your spouse, your partner, that will lead you started at being attracted, someone else being attracted to you, and you start conceiving, seeing another man nakedness, seeing another woman nakedness, without having the feelings of, no, I shouldn't do that. What if my husband gets to know? It's love that protects and stop one from cheating. If you love your spouse, you can't cheat, because you feel you are cheating on yourself. And you'll be having the feelings, not that the person can beat you, not that the man or the woman can kill you, but the feeling of how will he or she feel? What will become the relationship if he or she gets to know? Even if the person is still in that marriage, there will be no, that love must drop. Because at any given time, you reflect of how the woman cheats on you or how the man cheats on you with whoever. You hate the person. At that moment, you must hate. And some will just hate like that. They will just remain in that marriage for just marriage sake. Not that they have love for you anymore. And as a man, if you really want to progress in life, let your wife be the president of a country. Because God said you are the head of the house. As a man, don't give your full responsibility of the house. Even if you don't have, and you are being given or dashed money by your family, out of the little that comes to your hand, ensure you take some responsibility. Look for what to do to make yourself the head of the house. A woman that respects you while she's the one giving, because you are the nagging type, because you will be shouting, because you'll be threatening, it is better you try your best to give, and she open up for both of you to progress, other than giving her dropping the responsibility on her shoulder. Any other woman will hate you, including me, and sitting here. Because at a point you get tired. You are the husband, you are the wife. What makes you the husband? Because you are impregnating her? No. Any other person can do that, and as well be supportive financially. You did not just make stupid of whom you are cheating on. You make stupid of yourself as a married woman or as a married man, that you are sleeping around. If you value your body, for somebody to see your nakedness as a man or a woman that is not your husband or your wife, if you're a responsible being, you will protect yourself. You should value that body as a temple. Then you may think, my husband is not aware. He did something, let me also do something to satisfy your curiosity. But it will be shame on you. For whom you sleep with, know you are a married woman or know you are a married man. And I keep saying, there's nothing that said, as a married man, you have the right to cheat on your wife. No. The same shame a woman should be ashamed that she's sleeping around with another man other than her husband, a reasonable man, a responsible man, should also have the same feelings. You sneak to go and sleep with a man, and at the end, as a married woman, if you are sleeping with single boys, young boys, or whatever, do you think the ones that made you to leave your marriage to marry you, they will still leave you? Because they know what you did to Mr. John, you will do it to them, James. If you are sleeping, you are married and you're sleeping with the ladies outside, whether you promise the man marriage, you promise the woman marriage, you don't promise the woman marriage. When you are talking, when others are talking in the public, you should shut up your mouth. Because you're not a decent man. You are sleeping around. Other women, the woman is seeing your nakedness. What nonsense are you talking? And that aside, that could be, you both of you can stay there. She might not, even because she sees that you are not even the spend, you are not even the giving type. If she has, for the fact that she even gave you money, do this and then she has the feeling, there was feelings from her towards you. And all these years you were having kids in your marriage, she was not complaining. But even if she complained, you had her say she is across, she has taken it. There are people that did more than what she did. It's not most of some women give men money to marry them as well. It's those that speak out that you got to know who owns the money that they use in the celebration of their marriage or diary. The attitude of cheating, you are not giving and you are not faithful. You are not giving and you are not even no, nobody can take that, sir. Nobody can take that. That kills feelings. It's like you spending money. I'm not talking to you. I did not send you to go and give you money to marry you. So don't sing chorus to my music. It doesn't do this. Doesn't. Is it today? You know. No. You should have tried your best to be able to hold your own. But there is nothing as sweet as not doing anything. Fold your leg. Somebody served you. Just like you travel on holiday and you stay in your hotel as a woman. You know, normally if you're at home, you cook for your husband, you cook for the kids and that. But on the normal, you just travel on holiday, you lodge in your hotel, you just order, hello, what do you have for breakfast? You eat. What do you have for lunch? You order. All you need is to pay. It's very sweet compared to the stress that you go through cooking and all that. So if some men or women are lazy that you see, then all you are expecting is your husband should give you money. You have to cook. My hair is not good. The children hair need to be done. They need to change clothes. They need to change pants. The school fees. They have driven the children from school. What is your own contribution as a woman in the house? The man should die because of you. My husband have changed me and my children. No, I don't have any. The child, I cannot buy food. You can't even buy baby food. As what? He asked me not to work. And you are with your normal senses that any man will ask you not to work. Even if you are not working to support him, can't you work to support the kids? I hate hearing woman, my husband say, since he married me, I should not work. He's not giving you feeding allowance. He did not place you on any monthly allowance. You are not doing nothing, and you just stay like that and just open yourself like that, and you're having children 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the day the man asks you leave, he has driven me and my children 3 days, so I'm not getting, and I'm not working, and you're having kids, and there is no allowance. You are not even saving out of your feeding money they are giving to you. Everything you are eating, you eat it, you make use it to go and buy Mac. So if you are waiting for her to come back and you still want to let her shoulder the responsibility, then you are not ready for marriage yet. But if you are really willing to change, I don't think the way she look, I don't think she's the kind of woman that want to be on the streets, have the children that want to be having boyfriend up and down for now. Of course, she should know that the children also need their father. But the children should also grow in the environment of watching their father being responsible as a good father. Your children should grow up with you and be happy and be proud of you as daddy. You go out with them, you shop for them without them saying that it's their mommy that is buying this, mommy buy shoe, mommy take us to school, mommy pay school fees, mommy take them to amusement park. No, don't do that. You don't do that. You must not steal. But there are 1 million plus one thing you can do as a man that will make you be the head of your house. People even do labor work and you have a car. Woman being died, woman being expired. What is car? If they bash the car, is that your prayer? No. If you go out, an accident happen, you fix it. You move on. And once she sees that you are serious with your life, there is no way she cannot support you because she has even started before now. You have to encourage. You are not a baby. You are a full-grown man. There's nothing wrong if your wife supports you. And there is nothing wrong if I support my husband or he supports me. But we need to encourage each other by working hard. I cannot say and be buying hair of 300, 500,000 naira and I don't have source of income. And I will expect to get that money from my husband. Not that give me 300 or give me 200, I want to add 250, or give me 250, I want to add 200. Everything must come from the man. They don't do things like that. Now, the kids, you both of you mostly have placed the children whereby they want to grow up with a single mother. Whereas they need you. They need to come and say, daddy, 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 daddy. Children will go to school, they will come back and they will not even feel the impact of their father because of your own negligence. You come back, they should feel the warmness of their father being at home. She leave out to work. Somebody have to be at home as a shield, as a protector. Now they are leaving. If she leaves, she needs somebody to say, who will be with the kids that will be like their father? So please, a word is enough for the wise. If you really want the marriage, we will still want to plead with this your woman. If only you will change, then we'll just place you on probation within that period and see if there will be change. If there is change, then we cannot beg. Because what she's talking, the reason why I'm talking into the marriage, is she only say you beat her once. For domestic violence, inflicting of injury, I don't encourage any woman to go because I can't watch myself standing that. But the issue of this negligence and lack of your responsibility and all that, we can plead if only you want to change. If only you be willing to support her. If only her life is saved. Do you understand me? So, are you willing? Because you've already heard what her complaint is.
See, that 2 years I've been pleading to her. That's the series of texts I've sent to her. My people have sent so many people across. So many people. Both people are supposed to talk to, both people are not supposed to talk to. Ask her. If she open her phone, she knows. That if not because of the sake of the children, the woman said, I'm you for what? Eh?
What you do, if you are willing, we are still going to meet you people. Hello, Peter. Huh? You say you called. Okay, the office. Madam, I will still want to meet both of you. Yeah.
Because of these children. If you hear what he said, he said because of these children. The reason he's asking for us coming back again is actually for these children. But man,
why do you say it's actually for the children?
No, he is profound now. He has been saying it, man. And
no, what I'm saying, hold on now. If I say we want to plead, I'm not going to beg you not to go back to the house. We also have proceeding, which we will checkmate. You understand me? I will not want you. I cannot be in a house where I am not happy. And I will not wish you unhappy life. Because you can't even live 200 years if Jesus died. You understand me? You've been there, so you know how the house is. We're talking based on the children issue. But there's nothing bad because, God forbid, if it is death that separated both of you, the kids will definitely be with one of you. And nobody will ask the other partner, wake up from dead, from the grave because the kids need you. you will meet. We will tell him exactly what we want. If he can meet up those conditions, fine, but I will still know what I will tell you.
Listen, accept me because pastors have done this thing you have said. They are giving him enough time. Family members have tried.
But that is it now. He's not coming to your house where you are living. Neither is are you going there. We will only give him time within that period. If what to give to him is able to meet up, no problem. The only thing is this: he's not as he said, he's not coming to your house. Neither is he coming to your office to come and harass you. But see the children, you can be bringing the children when he wants to see the kids.
I promise I will be doing that.
So both of you will decide the convenient time for both of you to be seeing the kids and how many times you want to be seeing the kids in a month or however.
I will do that now. I'm sorry. I will do that now. My spirit have left this man. I know what I went through.
Okay, let's talk about the kids.
Hey, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Anything decided, I'm okay with that.
Let's talk about the kids, sir. How do you want to be seeing the kids?
It's like I know what I went through in your hand. He's always crying whenever we come like this. Let me go back now again. I know what I'm going to say in his hand.
Since that 2 years, I've been pleading.
Is it
Come
about
back,
pleading?
let's start
For
life
these 4
afresh.
years, we've never had a day in peace.
There's no problem, sir. Even if you need that, there's no problem. Let's give little time. Okay? Let's give little time while I talk to her on my own. Yeah, because we have other people who need to attend to this. Yeah. You just give him undertaking to write that it's not threatening her life and it's not going to the house for any reason. When do you want to be seeing your kids? See here.
Once in a month. Man, I never tried to Ebere for anything.
I have the record.
Okay, let's forget about the threat. What of going to just write that you will not be going to a place of work or house to embarrass her.
When I went there to us to discuss how to
But she said she don't want you in her place. And this thing have to be done peacefully. They shouldn't get police involved to tell you don't go there or sign whatever. You will not be going there again, pending when the issue is resolved. All right, thank you, viewers, for being with us. God bless you. We'll be back in a moment.